Yo dudes, how's it going? ChristoWorld here, playing This War of Mine. Something slightly different again for the ChristoWorld channel. Constantly mixing it up a little bit, trying different things. On the YouTube channel I've sort of tried the multiplayer games, tried indie games, like mixing it up, different styles, heavy editing, small amounts of editing, various quick different twists, try to put different things to discuss about throughout the videos. So like, I'm still mixing up a little bit. It's still a relatively new channel, you know, I've only got 300 odd subscribers across like 24 videos, so still fairly new. So yeah, just trying to find a good style really. So this game is made by 11-Bit Studios. I'll have a quick look in the settings, menus. There's no key binding settings, and I'm not sure what pencil effect is, but we'll just get stuck in, I guess. So This War of Mine is a dark survival game where the player controls a team of civilians in a besieged city. The main goal of the game is to survive the war with the tools and materials the player can gather with the characters they control. The player will have to take care of each character's needs to keep them performing at their best so that they may build tools, salvage resources, cook food and stay alive. During the daytime, the player controls the civilians within the house to build their shelter to withstand the war. Then at night, the player is given the opportunity to venture out and resupply equipment and resources for the everyday survival. That's a good heads up from Wikipedia. I don't know who wrote that entry, but fair play. That's pretty good. I sort of see it as a dystopian narrative kind of style game. And it's had some very mixed reviews. Like, there wasn't much hype generating up to its release, but after its release, yeah, like, it gone pretty manic. At the moment it's on a Metacritic score of 80 with a user score of 8.5, but as you can probably tell as this Let's Play continues, I highly rate this game. I'm just into that style of game. So I'm just looking for the characters now. So we got Pav, we got Bruno. He's a good cook. He is a smoker though. And Katia, she has bargaining skills. She's a coffee drinker, okay. Well, we need to keep her happy and keep her thirst quenched. So we've got a lot of shit in the house to go through. Pav is slightly sick, so he needs some meds pretty pronto. I guess we ought to just rip through the house and see what we can find. So in the top left we have our days with the time of day and then the temperature. Sorry, the menu opens when your character gets there. So let's get back to our character. Okay, so we need to make a crowbar or something to bust through that. There's various icons all over. There's like the hand icon that you can go search. If you right click they sprint, left click they walk. So we're at 22 degrees, it's 8:30 in the morning. Pav is slightly sick, so we need to find him something. And she could be... There we go, just grab all of that shit. Sugar's good for moonshine, we need water to survive, cook food. Let's get her clearing up some rubble. And what's Bruno doing? Let's get him some lockpicks. So lockpicks are really valuable, and those components, they're going to help us build everything we need and upgrade all our extra areas. So let's have a look around. Okay, so various thought bubbles come up, which is quite nice. What I have noticed from this game from watching the preview release, it doesn't really matter how many hours you put into the game. It's always a kind of struggle. I think the goal for this is to last as long as we can and see if we can reach a state of content. I wonder if you can swing it round the other way, so rather than having manic depressives in a war situation, surely there must be a way of finding light in a situation. I assume as well that if you have content members, there's going to be a cynic in the group who's not going to be happy to share their food. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I have been watching Enter Asylum on YouTube. Really good Let's Play series. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he produces as well. I watched his live stream last night. So that was really good. But I'm still yet to see anyone last a length of time. So I think our main goal is to reach a month. If we can reach a month and reach a state of content, I'd be quite happy with that. Because from the press release, you only had the 12 days. You don't really see what's happening at the end of that 12 days. Like, shit can turn south pretty quick. And this game's about getting that shit. So we're going to go out and get that shit and I'm not going to worry too much about being a bastard. Doesn't matter too much. As you've probably seen from my DayZ videos, there's nothing wrong with being a bit of bandito. It gives the hero something to do anyway. Yeah, so let's see what else is knocking around. I hope we managed to keep warm. Well, it's 22 degrees and it's 2 PM in the afternoon. We're not going to see a trader on the first day, just because I don't think I've seen a single trader or a single robbery happen on the first day from the footage I've seen already. So I think the first day is the time to go crazy and maybe put all our guys to sleep. Maybe we don't have a bed, but we do have some electronic components. They'll come in really valuable later on. As we progress as well, we need to figure out how to board up all these windows and get a bit of heat in. We're quite lucky we didn't start in winter. But I do have Pav, Bruno and Katia, so I can't remember the bag size. I think Pav is 12, Bruno's 10 and Katia is 10 or 8. I can't remember. So we don't have anyone with a particularly big bag. I know that there must be some characters that have a larger bag because of the inventory size on the backpacks. When you go out at night time, you'll see like a greyed out section. So someone must be rocking out like 20 slots or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, I like this style of game, similar to Gods Will Be Watching, which I did the first part of when it was released. But it had a lot of negative reviews. I didn't give it a particularly high review, but I enjoyed playing it and I liked the challenge. I liked that it was challenging a few things, but I wasn't sure if it quite reached it. It quite went there. It was such a good idea that I wasn't sure if it was quite there. Whereas I think this is a more considered production. I think there's a lot of focus on, you know, the mental stability of your characters and how they get on. You know, we don't want to break these guys and get them in a state of depression where they're sat on the floor bawling. But here we go. Right, let's get a crowbar on the go. We need that shit. We could do with a shovel for the rubble, but I don't really see the point until we go out at night time. Like, we've got no time restrictions, and I can imagine that after like 40 days you'd probably be fairly bored or panicked. Can we get through that door? Go on, bitch, get in there. Put your back into it. Yeah, fucking, who else we got? Guess he's clearing that. Right, so okay, yeah. Oh, it's 12 and 12. She's got 12. Okay, that's good. So we could go to the abandoned cottage, some food, huge amounts of materials, meds. Let's get Pav scavenging. He's a fast runner. She can sleep in the bed, and we'll put on guard just in case, because I don't know if they've changed it since the press release. Quiet house, lots of food, lots of meds, lots of parts. I don't know. Okay, so here's a house in a state. Let's have a think about this. Okay, we're gonna have to kill them in a bit. Ruined villa. Okay, there's lots of stuff there. Yeah, we could do with a gun for that, really. Abandoned cottage seems like a good start. There's lots of stuff there. I didn't make a crowbar, so we're gonna go empty-handed. We're just gonna pike it as much as we can. Okay, there's still stuff left here. What we got out here? Okay, components, good. Get all that shit. Okay, we've got an identifier that there's sound. And there's no way that there'll be people stood directly behind the door. It must be a rat or something. We'll have a little peek through the keyhole. Yeah, okay, so that is a rat. Right, so we're going to have to unblock that from the other side. So let's cruise around. See what we can find down here. Okay, grab all of that shit. Components are always good. Wood is always good. We're going to have to stockpile a bit of that for winter. I think it'd be good to push to upgrade everything. There we go, lots of wood. Beautiful. We might have to come back for this, but we know it's here. Yeah, and ideally, before winter hits, we need to have everything upgraded if we survive that long. just because you don't want to have to be competing for wood when you need fuel for furnaces, fires, things like that, a more efficient fire, more efficient cooker, board up the windows. Like, it's all using materials that we need to keep warm. So winter could be particularly harsh if we don't get a head start. Oh, gun parts, tobacco, fertilizer, coffee. This is all valuable shit. Same as books as well. Books keep them happy. I think we'll probably end up making a knife to start with though, just for the stealth kills. The shotgun can be a little bit temperamental at times, I think. I'm not sure. I'm just a bit worried about getting chased off from areas and leaving them with no loot. Some of those bandits can be really fucking hard to take down, especially if you get a group of them as well. Like, one thing I have noticed with this game is the pathfinding can be a little bit erratic at times. Like, if you are going from one area to another, I've seen it watching a few videos, and as they've clicked to an area, the character can't find that path because it's across multiple floors, or it can't navigate across the stairs, or it'll take a slightly longer route and try and exit out of an exit that you don't know that area, running past like 3 people with guns, as opposed to going back the safer route where there's no one with guns and you can slip out of the way. I've seen a few people getting in trouble with that, so we'll keep an eye on that as it goes. I think sugar. Sugar's really good, and vegetables are going to keep our guys fed. Especially with the food as well. Like, if you have the food and the vegetables, you can make twice as many portions. Like, it's a bit more efficient. Like with the water, just 'cause that's really valuable. But then when winter comes, we can stockpile water as so much in the form of snowflakes. And then all we need to do is keep returning to areas and chop shit down. We're definitely going to have to come back here. I mean, look at the size of the backpacks. There's someone out there must have a 30 slot backpack. So me getting stuck with a guy who's got fucking 12 slots is pretty shit. Must be pretty lucky if you start off with a guy with like 25 slots or something. That'd be pretty cool. I've not seen anyone have any of that yet. I like these little magnifying glass moments as well. A little introduction into the narrative. This game is held by quite a potent narrative. I think it helps in creating the immersion, and holding the player and making them feel some kind of emotional or empathetic connection to the group of protagonists that you're playing as. You are caught in the middle of a war. Oh shit, okay, fuck, it's locked. We need to do something about that. Crowbar. I think that could be the way of doing it. Okay. You notice when you run around as well, the sound ring that appears around the character. This is a good barometer to see if people are going to see you, kind of thing, or hear you. Especially when you're sneaking around and shit, you don't really want to get seen. I think that's the advantage of having a lockpick over a crowbar to unlock doors as well. Like, don't use lockpicks when there's no one here. Use the crowbar. Apparently this game is also released on mobile. I don't know if it's Android and iOS or what the score is with that. I'll have to see if Bro wants to stick it on his iPad, or I'll chuck it on my Android tablet or something. Or I'd definitely be playing that all day, every day at work. So probably shouldn't, to be honest. Okay, so this takes fucking ages. You've got until like 4 AM, I think, to get out of there. And if you don't get out of there, you get stuck. Well, you get left behind. Like, you get caught out by dawn. Not dawn French. I mean, like, the time. Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, and then you could turn back up at the place, like, I don't know, fucking lunchtime-ish. So you could miss some things, or you, like, could be extra tired. Or those materials that you desperately need for, like, fuel for fire and things like that. Like, they're going to be wasted. Okay, right. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're joking, man. Waste all that time on that. Okay, so I need to bring back a crowbar. We're pretty full. Okay, right, let's just get out of here. We've got everything we need. Let's get back. He's slightly sick. We need to sort him out. Pretty successful first night, if you ask me. Pav is back. I don't know if that's Pavlo or just Pav. I think a lot of people are concerned that the game could be fairly repetitive. like after multiple playthroughs. It was something that a YouTuber brought up, saying that after multiple playthroughs it could get potentially boring. And I think if you were replaying the same first 12 days, yeah, it has the potential to get fairly boring. But you know, they don't want to give the game away for free. It doesn't make sense. It's meant to be a press copy. It's not meant to be a full release game that you can complete everything you need to do on it and then say I've played that game, completed it, and done a YouTube series on it or something. Like, it doesn't really make sense. But I think once you start getting past day 12, once you get past that beginner stage and you start getting into, like, you know, where it starts getting harder and harder and you've built everything up and you've got everything upgraded, and then all of a sudden you need to start cutting shit down to get the wood back from those materials and then rebuild them later when winter's finished, or like when you get to like day 30 and it's pretty harsh and a few people have died, a few extra people have come into the group, people are sad, people are depressed, crazy shit's been going down, you start seeing more of the narrative, like, you're gonna start getting challenged, and I think you're gonna have to make some difficult decisions later on. You know, the mild examples of, oh, you know, my mum needs a set of bandages, can we have them please, we'll be ever grateful. I think after 12 days you may see a return on those sort of things in terms of like happiness, like mental state, things like that, because the game is supposed to have their mental stability as well, like the psychological sort of level there. So it seems a bit obscure if they're only to put in the negative end of the spectrum with regards to their psychology. I think they must cover the positives as well. They must be able to reach a state of happiness, and that's what I want to see if I can get them to. I'm not sure how we're going to do it or how it's going to work. I imagine the only way to do it would be to find a load of herbal cigarettes and get them really drunk. Maybe stage an orgy, I don't know, see what. Nah, fuck that. Okay, right, what else can we make? Okay, we do need a bed, we need fuel, we need chairs, we need radio, we need heating, cooker, filters, we've got a distillery, but we need rainwater catcher. Yeah, and we need fuel to make the moonshine. This is going to be our main sort of trading setup. I do think as well there's going to be various like mini trades around the area, so when you go to certain areas where there's possible trades, I think you're going to get different rates as well, that they're going to value other items over other things as opposed to other traders. So I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, but we'll check that out as well. And I wonder what their mental stability is in terms of bringing outsiders into the group. Like, are they going to start getting concerned about they're eating all our food, or maybe they're going to turn on us and turn out to be an absolute fucking dick? I'm not sure. I don't think they have the ability to do that. I think it is purely player controlled characters, like when they enter the property. So I don't think we'll wake up one morning and find that they've fucking cut all our livers out and stolen everything we own and then gone back to their own group. I'm not sure, but it's lunchtime, day 2, it's at 20 degrees, we've got a few items on the go, some of the boys are hungry, some of them are tired, but we'll get all that shit, we'll keep stacking up. We could do with meds as well. We don't have much food. I mean, we've got enough to make 2 portions, but we need water, and we should probably go check out the bathroom as well. And to be honest, I don't think there's enough things we could build to fill up the top half of the house. I think we're going to keep everything down the bottom half, mainly because, and I don't think the game can differentiate the difference. I think it's just on randomization as opposed to how successful robbers are. But I think if it was realistic, like if we're going to be realistic about it and say that the bottom half of the house has all, you know, all our important stuff in it, like if we do get broken into or raped or anything like that, you know, some fucking pikeys come around and try and nick our shit, they're not going to get very far, because they're going to have to go through the front door, through all my boys that are on guard to then get to that. Whereas if I have it in front of the door, I think it could get pikeyed. Plus heat rises, so you always want the heating like down below with your beds and all of that, like less noise, keep the heat in, like keep it warm. I think that could be a smart move. I don't think it makes a difference, but I'd like to think it did. We also need to upgrade these workshops as well. Our metal workshop and our standard workbench. She's sliding down the ladder double pace. Come on, love, get on it. She can't make her mind up. Okay, right, you need to go down and break that. We need to get into there and start clearing that rubble out. We still don't have enough for... Okay, we can get 3 bottles. It's not a large amount, but I want to be prepared for when the trader turns up for the first time, just so that we can get a good head start. Like, we need to get as much stuff upgraded and built as possible before winter hits. And winter could hit in 2 days, it could hit in 20 days, it could hit in 40 days. I have no idea what the cycle is, or how frequently it hits, or even if we're going to last that long. Like, we could go loot an area and get absolutely fucked over, and then find that we've got 1 guy left, or 2 guys left. But then I suppose 2 guys is cheaper to look after than 4 guys, 5 guys, but who have you got asleep? Who you got on guard? Who you got, you know, sorting the trader out? Who you got building shit, sorting that out? Like, we've got a good cook, we've got a fast runner. She's got bargaining capabilities, so we should be able to get a good deal. But I don't know how long they're going to last. So let's get these guys tearing this down. She's complaining about food. Okay, yeah, we're going to go back to the abandoned house again, I think, tonight, and rinse it. We're going to pace ourselves. We're not going to go in all guns blazing and blurt our load in the first fucking 10 seconds. We're going to take our time with it, be considerate about it. Like, maybe think about their mind, how stable they are. Right, so we've got a bed. We can put one of them in a bed. I think she can sleep in a bed. He's a fast runner, so I'm prioritising him scavenging over anyone else. And he's slightly sick, so if we do come across someone who's generous, like a medic, maybe I'll get some help. And I think Bruno... Actually, let's put Bruno in bed. Yeah, keep Bruno in bed, keep her on guard, and then let's have Pav going out scavenging. Could go to the supermarket. It's food, meds, huge amounts of weapons, parts, danger. We don't have a weapon. So I think we should just rinse the shit out of that place. Now we've got a crowbar. There's a lot of locked areas. 2 crowbars. I didn't make 2 crowbars. Found a crowbar. Must have found a crowbar. Alright, okay, anyway. So we've got 17 sugar. That's pretty good. We've got lots of herbs. We could trade them, but they could be valuable later. The thing is, I don't know how long we're going to last. So I don't want to hoard that shit and then the guys get sick and cold and ill and die, when I could sell it for firewood or other materials that we need to survive longer. It just seems be a bit silly to hoard it and die. Right, so let's just cruise around here. I'm not sure if people like return to areas or like we go back to scavenging area and find a random group going through there. I think that'd be pretty cool if they did, but it would be a little bit annoying if you sort of pre-planned what you want to do. So I've been looking through some of the reviews as well from other people. Amazing, absolutely amazing reviews coming out for this game. Everyone's kind of put their own spin on it, their own sort of twist when describing it. I do feel like the game lacks an elevator pitch, but that's fine. I think it's quite cool that they're letting people just kind of figure it out in a way, but not quite figure it out. Like, kind of, yeah, like just kind of like citizen journalism, you know, kind of thing. People just reviewing the game themselves and really putting a lot of effort into it, as opposed to good game, you must buy it, yeah, GG. Like, they're actually putting a lot of effort into their reviews, which I really like. And I'm struggling to find a negative review. I did see, I think I saw 3 on Steam. And one of them was really weird. It was something like, he got so far and he's been forcing himself to play it, and he's just saying it's repetitive and difficult, but he wouldn't recommend it. I was like, well, it's fair enough, like, it's just not his style of game. And then someone said that his crashes all the time. I've not seen or heard anything about that. But then he has got 4 out of 60 people saying this review is helpful, so I don't think he's steering many people. And then someone just put, this is a no to recommendation. saying that developers are like locking down threads and deleting them. Yeah, he just dislikes like the ethics behind the developers, which is an interesting point, and it is a really important point. Like, if you release an amazing product, or you work on a game, or you work on a piece of software that is being released, oh, I can't really grab any more of that. Yeah, if you're working on that sort of thing, and then you act like a dick, you're gonna lose custom. Like, you're gonna lose a lot of people. You know, I'm not saying what this guy's saying is true. I'm sure it's not, but we'll take that herbal medicine because that's really valuable. But it is a common thing. 7 Days to Die was one of the main ones for me that really pissed me off, and I boycotted that game for a long time. And so did a lot of other developers, just because of the bullshit they were throwing out, and just the level of arrogance they were portraying every time they spoke to the people, every time they locked off threads and deleted forums, and like their pricing structure, their business model, it was all over the place. But in fair to them, they responded to it. They apologised for a lot of the comments, and they've restructured their pricing model and all of that. So since all of that, I've purchased the game, and I've not had a chance to play it yet, because I've not had many people to hook up with on that game, just because everyone sort of played it when it first came out, whereas I kind of stuck a stance to it. So I will be picking up that game eventually and getting into it, but at least they reached a point where if they turned it around at that point, you know, they could save it and bring it back. But if they continued down that path, they wouldn't have. They would struggle. They would have really struggled, because the gaming community kind of stays together to a certain degree. I think that's one of the good things about it. I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm really interested in producing content and developing games. The idea of producing mature content like this, games with empathetic qualities that people can make real emotional connections to. I really like that. Like, it's quite inspiring. So yeah, GG to 11-bit, the guys who made this. Yeah, and then one of the other negative comments which I saw, we'll just bail out of here. We've got everything we need. We're doing pretty good on time. We've got some bullets. Some guy just put waste of money. Game isn't good. I don't see why people hype it up. I assume that if I went to his profile and had a look at the sort of games he was playing, you know, he probably owns the Call of Duty box set, hardened edition, and all of that, you know. Oh shit, we were raided. Okay, well they didn't get fuck all, but I brought a shit lot back, so we're doing alright. Pav, you are tired, slightly sick and hungry. We need to sort that out. It's 18 degrees, we're on day 3. Right, if you're a fast runner, fucking run in there and get some meds. Yeah, at least it's warm. 18 degrees, I wouldn't call that warm. So it's tepid. Yeah, there's lots of materials around. We could build something useful. Oh, what, we haven't built anything useful already, you ungrateful bastard. Alright, we'll build some more. We do need to get cooking on the go and finish that stuff off. Katia's doing alright. Bruno, yeah, you are hungry as well, slightly tired. I think we need to go for the stove. Let's get out of the kitchen. Just because it's next to the food, makes sense. Okay, what else? Yeah, everyone's pretty tired. We need to sort this out, really. She's still clearing that rubble out. Let's get him down on that. Yeah, I know it takes long without a shovel, but there's nothing else for you to do. So there's no point wasting materials on a shovel. I don't know why they can't climb over. Right, diamond, good shout. Or gem, or shiny. And we'll leave it at that. He's almost finished that. Yeah, let's get that moonshine out in a minute as well. That's done. When you make the moonshine, it's half an hour to sort it out, and then it has to still for 4 hours. So just sort of bear that in mind. Like, you can leave a trader hanging. Just bear in mind, like, you want to be doing it at like 2 o'clock at the latest. But the trader should be there by then. You do have time to allow the trader to come and make more moonshine, which is quite nice. I don't know if we're gonna see him today. Too bad we run out of cigarettes. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We could do again some cigarettes and some coffee. Right, oh, someone's at the door. Okay. Food can wait. Come on, trader. Right, okay. We've got a guy with a big bag. Blading betrayed her. Let's grab all of that shit and let's send our bargaining lady. Katia. Well, let's get him in bed first, because these guys are away, and then she can do the bargaining. Seeing as she has those skills. For crying out loud, it's dangerous. Let's make a deal. Alright, here's a deal. Fucking move in with us. Give our shit, like, give us all your shit all the time, and you can stay here for free. How about that? Rent free. It's a good deal, you should take it. Okay, right, so herbal medicine, pretty useless to us, but really valuable for those guys. Same as the jewellery. What's he got? Right, he's got components, we want that, we want the wood, we want the bullets. Like, fuel is good, we want fuel. Books are good, keep them happy. But sugar's for moonshine, which gets us more money. We need water for food, we need wood, we need components. Okay, what else does he want for that? Yeah, he's very generous with me. Let's tilt those scales a little bit, give me some wood. Okay, can we... Yeah, let's deal that and let's go again. We'll just keep doing this until we figure out what we want. So let's have a scroll through. We've got a few nice things to trade. Let's give him the jewellery. Let's take the components. Materials are good. Materials are really valuable at this point. I'm a bit annoyed that jewellery isn't worth as much as it is. There's no, like, barometer for what type of jewellery it is. Like, is it a diamond ring? Or is it an Argos fucking £10 gold chain piece of shit? Some hip-hop G wannabes wearing with a house clock on it. Okay, right, more moonshine. Give me more materials. We kind of need to strip this guy clean of materials every time he visits. What else can I give him? Or what's one moonshine going to get us? I thought she was good at bargaining. I don't see her having much of a hustle. Maybe we take some food. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I think we're going to find meds. We should be alright for meds. I'm tempted to get a lockpick. Maybe a few cigarettes. It's not bad. He is moaning about cigarettes all the time, so at least now we've got some happy people. We need electrical components, but not right now. But we kind of need to save that shit. Oh, yeah, I know you haven't got all day. Okay, and it's only 10 to 12. Fuck off, it's 18 degrees on day 3. Right, we need moonshine. We can make 3, another 3. Let's get that on the go. That gives us something else to trade with. If we can make sure that every day we're producing moonshine and feeding these boys, like, we should be able to keep them happy. Oh shit, I've just used all the water. Fuck. Alright, shit. Okay, we need water. We need rainwater. And you're bleeding? You're on his period. Alright. Rainwater collector. It's a good start. Let's get out that by a window. Let's keep this semi-realistic. Yeah, let's chuck it upstairs by the window. Because I want to try and cover that massive void up. This is about as fat as Kim Kardashian's photoshopped ass. Okay. Let's get Bruno down there. I don't want to make a shovel. It's using 7 components. And what do we need to upgrade? Oh, we need a fucking metric shit ton of materials. I don't know how many stages of upgrade there is as well for each bench. Like, are we going to have to upgrade it 2 or 3 times? Or is it like a single upgrade? Or what's the score with that? I kind of hope that the upgrade trees aren't fairly singular. I kind of hope that there's various levels. It'd just be annoying to get to day 30 and be at endgame status and just be existing for the sake of existing and then just rolling out time But then, I guess their mental stability will vary. I mean, we could be really stingy and make them be hungry every day and then only feed them when they're very hungry, or like only make them sleep when they're very tired, and always keep the heating at 18 degrees in winter. Don't let it go up to like 21 or anything. But I want to reach a state of content, not prolong it, because if you keep hanging in, you might lose all your boys. Like, everyone might die, like, prematurely, because you've paced it badly. So I'm going to pace it for a level of content. If I can get them to content and happy, and then, like, if they do have to commit a murder or, you know, fuck up some people, shank them up, then they're not going to feel too bad about it. Like, yeah, they're going to be sad. They're probably going to be depressed. But they're not going to be in a mental state of fuckery on the floor, crying their eyes out, being fed food out of a fucking tin. Like, at least they'll be warm and be able to chat it out with their bros. Maybe grab a few brewskis, smoke some herbal cigarettes. Not sure what they're meant to symbolise. But we've definitely got a few rooms up here that we're going to turn into grow rooms. That's already in the works. I think that's essential. We need a grow room. And I think we've had a really good head start. Like, we've not started in winter. We're doing alright. You got a headache? Go back to sleep then. Oh, you're just hungry. Okay, yeah, it is warm. Right, she can get into bed. We haven't slept in some time. Having not slept in some time is like 4 or 5 days, girl. Not like 24 hours. We've all pulled fucking overnighters and late ones to get shit done. Okay, so let's sort these guys out. You can sleep in the bed. Bruno, go on guard again. Pav, sorry bro, you're my leg man. Tempted by the supermarket? Could be a good shout. Don't know what's going to happen with the quiet house. The shelled school I'm a bit skeptical about. Alright, let's just go for it. Tech crowbar. Shit, I didn't think about making a knife. That would have been a good shout. Oh. Luba? Is that his fucking name? Yeah, shit, he's got a gun. It's no good start. But they could be friendly. Oh, shit. Does anyone wait to find out? Hello. Sup, man? How's it going? Alright, okay. I'll just cruise on then. I guess this is one of those moments where if you can get a knife on the go, or you can stealth it and take these guys out, you can get a gun very early on. Whereas, to start with, I think this is just still partly in the tutorial period, where they're showing you other characters, like letting you interact with other NPCs, showing that not everyone's hostile. Like, don't associate, you know, someone carrying a gun with a hostile person. Like, there is enough to go around. But there won't be when I'm done with it. I'm going to pikey the shit out of this place. Obviously over the course of a few nights, but I'll be coming back with hatchets and cutting down all the furniture and taking all the wood, and especially when winter hits as well, coming back here with a hatchet and just smashing everything up and taking back nothing but wood would be a really good haul, because that'll keep us warm for a couple of days. And I think that's going to be a big problem, keeping warm. Okay, well, we'll take the water, stack that up. Might leave a little bit of wood, but we don't need it essentially, but I know it's here. And just eyeballing where materials are will save us through winter, especially with wood and things like that. We'll take it. We're not going to fuck over these guys, like I said. Like, he's kind enough to say there's enough here for everyone. And we're not going for depression, we're going for happiness. We're gonna challenge the game and see if we can get the game to let us be happy, as opposed to a game where, you know, it's everyone's sad. I think most people as well will be spunking the load on going to Sniper Junction on, you know, day 13, thinking they're Big Man Alley or some shit, when really they need to pace themselves and draw it out a little bit. Okay, so there's some food there, components, wood. We might stack up the wood, or maybe take the food. And leave the shells, they're not that important to us. Like, we don't have a workbench that can make them yet. That is a start on a stack. we are coming back. I just want to take the high priority items, just in case NPCs, there is a randomization as to what materials they take. So they're obviously going to prioritize meds, food, and water. So we need to prioritize that as well. And I don't think they're going to be too bothered about wood. Especially if they've got guns. But we could do with getting a, like an assault rifle would be nice. I'm not sure about all these guys just cruising around though with guns. It's a bit shifty. They're practically walking in each other. Why is she all hostile and shit? You don't want to mess with me and cause trouble here? Fuck off, bitch. It's a crowbar in your ass. Oh, fuck that off. We don't want broken meds. Or med ingredients. Well, we don't have anything that we can make them with yet, so they're not crucial. And I don't think we're ever going to need them unless we get to like day 40 and we're desperate for meds. It could be a bargaining tool, but sugar we need. Gun parts we'll take. We'll just take whatever's stackable at this point and come back for the rest. Okay. I am being a bit greedy, but I think you've got to be. And it's not like people are here, like living here, so I don't think they're going to be sad about... around. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be sad about... broken gun. We can drop gunpowder as well. We'll take broken gun. We need the meds, the herbal meds. Yeah, if there's people here, then obviously they're going to feel bad for stealing from someone's home, like they're trying to survive as well. But because this is a supermarket and no one is occupying the space, then yeah, like we're going to fuck them over. Right, we'll take all the herbal meds. They're good for trading, but not very stackable. We can leave the electronic components and take the food. Cigarettes would be good, but we picked up cigarettes on the last run, so we'll take food. That's pretty good. We are taking the broken shotgun. Getting a gun early on is good. We can probably fix that straight away as well. Okay, let's just have a peek. Whilst we've got a crowbar here, let's use it to open up all the doors that we need. If there's anything else that's stackable, let's stack it. Have a quick look. The stylized art style in this game is excellent. Like, beautiful looking game. Let's rip down this fucking barricade. Oh, he's making lots of noise. I don't think they're going to be too bothered though. They know I'm here scavenging and they're here scavenging as well, so we should be alright. Yeah, there's definitely nothing. Right, let's check these barrels. Give me some juicy loot. Water's good. We'll take the water. It's always juicy. I do need a bigger fucking backpack though. Okay, I think we're done, and I think this is a good point at the end of tonight to end the episode. We've had a good first look at the game, like looked at a few different reviews for the game from a few other people, looked at some of the criticism for the game. Yeah, and I think we were off to a really good start. Like, I think we can last time. So, as always, like, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do drop us a like, subscribe, much appreciated. And we'll see you guys next time. Safe!